If I lost literally everything and had to start over in my wholesale business from scratch with no money, no connections, and none of what I've built so far, here is what I would do. Now, rules of the game. All I have is my experience in my brain. Literally imagine you strip me naked and I had to start over from scratch with literally nothing, okay? That's what we're talking about. I wanna show you how I'll get to my first deal as quick as possible, and then in part 2 of this video, I wanna show you how I would scale it as quick as possible after I have my first deal and I have some money in the bank. This is my sister.
Hola.
She is cool. She's a business partner. So I wanted her here so that she can like probe me for some, not that kind of probing, not that kind of probing for questions, okay? So anyways, let me pull my screen up for you. If I had to start over with no money, no connections, and literally nothing at all, just my knowledge and my experience, this is me by the way, shit, I'm broke, right?
Oh shit. My pockets are empty.
Oh shit, my pockets are empty. This is what I would do. Fill my pockets with some money as quick as possible. Before I start, now a lot of people fail on this. They don't do this foundational step. It's so important. It's so important. You gotta get absolute clarity on what you're gonna do, right? So before I start, I'd sit down, and I'd ponder, and I'd ponder, what am I going to do? What is my plan? And I want to make sure that I have absolute clarity on that plan before I start. Because, you wanna know why the chicken crossed the road? Exactly. Because if you don't have absolute clarity on your plan, how do you know if you're progressing towards your goal, away from your goal? Maybe you have multiple different plans that you're trying. You never know if you've gotten far enough to actually make notable progress. So I would get crystal clear on my plan.
How do you do that? Like in terms of coming up with a plan, what goes into that?
Well, I can give them a plan, or they can come up with their own plan. And you know what plan I'm gonna give them?
MLS?
Of course, MLS offers. Yeah, of course. You wanna know why? Because MLS offers requires how much money? Zero monies. I mean, if you wanna spend money on like systems, okay, sure, but this whole point is like, we're broke. Like imagine I was in a homeless shelter and all I had was a laptop, Wi-Fi, and a cell phone.
Bankrupt, like no money on my card.
All right, so I would be doing MLS offers. And the thing that I like about MLS offers is it requires no money out of my pocket. I can literally just go on Zillow.com and I can look for fixer-upper properties and boom, ugly properties. So once I find an ugly property on Zillow, which is actually surprisingly easy, I would call the agent and I would say, "Hello, real estate agent. I want to make an offer. I have some questions." Questions about, like, for example, the roof, the AC, any major issues.
What is major issues?
I'm writing. Major issues are, you know, things like foundation, termites, mold. My writing is terrible, guys, but pretty much you're gonna call the agent, you're gonna ask some questions, and we're asking these questions because we wanna get a deep understanding of the property so we can run our numbers correctly. Now, don't worry, I know you're gonna watch me explain this, you're gonna be like, oh, I have so much more questions. Look, I have a course for free that literally goes over everything, and I promise you, free strategy, free everything. This MLS strategy, I have a free course. Go to wholesalewithnate.com, completely free. It'll go through everything in depth and help you get your first deal within 45 days. Wholesalewithnate.com, and click the link in the description or just type it in.
A preface for everybody who's listening to this thinking, oh, it's so hard. This is so much work. I want to just get money and not grind. This is the starting from scratch $0 way. But if you want to hear how to do this with a little bit more speed, just watch part 2 where we're going to show you systems.
Part 2 comes after we close our first deal. You want to know why? Because right now, in this hypothetical world, I have been stripped down butt naked and I have no money and I have to get my first deal and I literally don't even have $100. Keep in mind, I do have food, shelter, a laptop, and Wi-Fi, but
Nobody needs that.
No clothes though. But I have no money to spend on anything. So here's how we get it with no money. And then part 2, we're going to show you how to add fuel to the fire and the secret tools that we're using to get way more done in way less time.
Exactly. So
Okay.
if you're watching this and you have a little bit of money, you can watch part 2.
Yep. Okay, but anyway, so I'd ask the necessary questions and then I run my numbers to determine what the after repair value is, and I do my little magic formula, which is in the course, to determine what my offer price is. After that, I'd submit what's called a letter of intent. Here's what I intend to buy the property for, right? Here's my offer, here's how much earnest money deposit I'm putting down, here's my inspection period, and here's my close of escrow, okay? And most likely it will get declined. Sorry, buddy, you've been declined. That's okay, because the money is in the follow-up. The money is in the follow-up. Cha-ching, cha-ching, right? The money is in the follow-up. I promise you, whenever I've gotten a deal on the first offer, usually I've ran my numbers wrong. Like either I ran my numbers wrong. The only other time that I got the offer accepted immediately, there's multiple occasions. It's either my numbers are wrong or the one time that I got accepted immediately and my numbers were right, it was fraud. And that deal did not close because the seller was committing fraud.
Yeah.
So yeah, if your offer is accepted immediately, you probably did something wrong because the money is in what?
The follow-up.
The follow-up.
Yep.
Look, this is me with my phone. I'm talking into my phone.
Can we explain to them why the money is in the follow-up?
Well, it's MLS offers. I don't know. Money is just in the follow-up. Why is money in the follow-up?
I believe that the money is in the follow-up because a lot of times sellers are emotionally invested in these properties, and what something means to you has higher value. So for him, he's not attached to the house. He can see it just as numbers. For the sellers, they need to have it sit on market for a little while. They need to get disheartened by all the low ball offers.
It's like, oh, is everybody else around that price? Yeah.
Maybe
that's the price.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know, so sometimes you just need to give it some time to marinate and the sellers will come back to reality.
Totally. But come over here. So you're going to pretend to be the seller, okay?
I'd like to sell my house.
Hi, I'm a realtor. How much money are you looking to get for your house?
$1 million.
You got it. I'll list it for that if you give me the listing.
Yes.
Meanwhile, her house is only worth $500K. I'm not telling her that though. I'm gonna get the listing first.
So that's why you have to give it some time.
That's why you gotta follow up because you know they gotta get beat down a little bit by all the offers.
Yep.
Okay. But if you don't follow up, good luck getting it. Like honestly, good luck. Like you probably won't get it.
There's gonna be somebody else who is following up, and they're gonna be the ones that get it.
Yes. Okay. So we've gone through the process. It's pretty straightforward. Find ugly properties, call the agents, get the info, underwrite it, submit your offer. Right? Pretty straightforward. And then follow up.
Yep.
Okay, now we're gonna do it 200 times. Now, 200 times might seem like a lot, but the reality is you can do about one offer every half an hour. It'll take you about 30 minutes per offer, which will be for 5 hours, that's 10 offers. And if you do 5 hours a day of this, 10 offers a day, you can literally get a deal in like 45 days. And as a matter of fact, if you take my course, wholesalewithnate.com, my free course, I will guarantee you your first deal within 45 days, or I will personally coach you one-on-one for free, but you have to prove that you actually did the work, okay? But pretty much you'll do this 200 times. So as you can see here, step 1 is find ugly properties. Step 2 is call the real estate agent. Step 3 is to run the numbers. Step 4 is to submit an LOI. Step 5 is to follow up. And if you do this 200 times, you submit 200 different offers, most likely you're gonna get 2 to 4 accepted offers. Okay. So what happens when you get an offer accepted? Well, you're going to go on a contract, and I'm not going to tell you how to do the contract here. Go to wholesalewithnate.com, grab the course. It'll explain everything in depth. But out of those contracts, 3 out of 4 of them are going to fall through and going to get canceled. It honestly doesn't fucking matter that much. Like a lot of people get so emotional when they have to cancel their first deal. I promise you, it doesn't matter that much. Just know that if you canceled your first deal, you're even closer to the deal that goes through. So know that 3 out of 4 of those accepted contracts are most likely going to get canceled. But you won't know if it's a good deal or a bad deal until you do what comes next. After you have a deal under contract, and keep in mind, this whole time that you're trying to sell this deal, you won't know until the very end whether or not it's actually a deal. But you're going to shop this contract to buyers. Now, how do you find buyers? Well, you actually have 2 methods. You could shop it to a dispo wholesaler. If it's in Florida, you can send it to me, deals@dealswithnate.com. If it's in Florida, you could send it to me and I'll sell your deal and we'll split the profits 50-50. But If you want to shop it to your own buyers, and let's say you're not in Florida, then you're gonna have to go find some cash buyers. So I want you to go to this website. This website is called propwire.com. Jerry Norton made it. Jerry Norton is like the OG of wholesaling. I wonder when he'll retire. He's getting old. He's got like 30 kids or something. And you're gonna search up the zip code that your deal is in, okay? So search up the zip code, use the cash buyer filter, and you're gonna go owner type is business, and then you're gonna go single family. And I want you to do a filter as well for plus or minus approximately 500 square feet from the size of your deal. So whatever size your subject property is that you have under contract, I want you to be looking at properties that are plus or minus 500. That way you're looking for people that are similar. Oh, also one little thing that I put in here afterwards, bought within the last year as well. Okay, make sure that it's bought within the last year so you know these are active investors. So pretty much it's gonna look something like this, right? You're gonna have a bunch of things come up and you can actually download this list. And the filters are gonna look like this. So single family homes, owner type is businesses, years of ownership is 0 to 1, and then you also, of course, you selected the cash buyer filter. Now, download that list, okay? And you're gonna end up with an Excel spreadsheet. And then you're gonna skip trace those buyers using open corporates and true people search. So you're gonna track them down.
I will look for you. I will find you.
So you're gonna use a website called opencorporates.com, which is gonna help you find out who owns the LLC, right? You're gonna skip trace the LLC, who owns the LLC. And then once you have their name and their personal address, you're gonna search up their personal address and you're gonna get their phone number. Not every single one is gonna come back skip trace, but a good majority of them are gonna come back skip trace. So now you have a list of investors in that zip code. Isn't that sick?
Very cool.
Okay. Now, I want you to contact those buyers and say, hey, I saw that you flipped property address. I have another deal in the area. Are you still buying? And a lot of them are going to be like, yeah. Can you send me the details? Right? Because they're actively flipping properties, right? That's what they do. That's how they make their money. And you bring a lot of value by bringing them a contract. So call them up. Hey, I saw that you flipped property address. I have another deal in the area. Are you still buying? Yeah, I am. Please send it over. And then when you send it over, I want you to send them a deal text. Okay. Now a deal text looks like this, and you can take a screenshot of this. You can copy it. You can do whatever you want, but essentially it's going to be address, asking price, estimated ARV, bed, bath, living area, year built, lot size, occupancy status, access, title company, close of escrow, EMD, pictures, and then any notes. In the notes, I like to put the age of the big ticket items and then comps. And the reason why this is important is because if you can't do good deal presentation, how are they supposed to make a decision, right? If you don't have all the facts put together, it's gonna be really hard for them to make a decision, and then they're just gonna run away. If you've contacted all those buyers in that zip code and you haven't, let's say you contact all those buyers in the zip code and you sent them the deal and they all say, I don't like it, or they don't get back to you. Do you think that it's a deal if you've contacted all the buyers in the zip code and they're like, I don't like it, not a deal?
Probably not. The other thing I would say is if you can reach out to dispo wholesalers in your area, they will also give you a very clear answer on if they're gonna blast it, it's a deal. If they're not gonna blast it, it's not a deal.
I agree. Dispo wholesalers, like over here, I'm a dispo wholesaler in Florida. You should send it to me. I'll tell you if it's a good deal or not. If you're not in Florida, find other dispo wholesalers in Facebook groups. Be careful with those Facebook groups though. Some of them are sleazy. If buyers don't like your deal and you've called every single buyer, you double dialed them, you texted them, some of them have seen your deal text, they've given you feedback, they say it sucks, or they say I would have to be at this price, then that means that you don't have a deal. And you have two options. You can either do a price reduction or a cancellation. I always recommend go for the price reduction first. So let's say, for example, your deal, your asking price is $410,000 and the best offer that you got was at $380,000. You're gonna have a conversation with them, and you're gonna have to tell them that you need it at a better price to move forward. And be careful and be strategic in this conversation. If you come to the wholesale bootcamp, we can talk about that. I believe we actually talk about that in the wholesale bootcamp. If not, come find me in the Discord and we'll talk about it in the Discord. Just ask me that. I'll tell you how to have a price reduction conversation. But you need to have a really awkward conversation about how you ran your numbers wrong and you're very sorry, but this is actually the price that you'd have to be at. Or let's say, for example, you had some buyers walk the property and they gave you some tangible feedback of like, oh, the roof is they didn't say anything about that. Okay, we'll go back to the real estate agent and be like, hey, the roof is you didn't tell me about that.
I didn't know.
It's gonna cost me a lot more money though, so I gotta be at this price.
Cancel.
Okay, then I will cancel, right? If that happens, then I'll cancel. But take your fucking shot. Take your shot. It costs you nothing to take your shot. Take your shot. Okay, so let's say, for example, it is a deal, right? Because remember, 3 out of 4 of them are not gonna be a deal. 1 out of 4 of them will be a deal. So if it is a deal, what's gonna happen is your buyer's most likely gonna wanna walk it. They're gonna walk the property and they're gonna say, I want it. Okay, so the next part is you're gonna assign it to your buyer. So this is an assignment contract. This is complex. You'll have to come to the Discord server and ask me about it inside the Discord server, and I will tell you more and I'll help you out with getting your hands on a contract like this. Pretty much, you can get them online. You can, get them from other people, but you're gonna assign it over to your buyer and you're gonna get non-refundable EMD. And then you're gonna send all that paperwork to title, the purchase and sale agreement, the assignment agreement. The buyer's gonna send their non-refundable EMD to title, and then you're just gonna sit back, wait until your deal closes, and you get your money. So that is how I would get my first wholesale deal if I had $0 and I had not my first wholesale deal. So that is how I would get a wholesale deal as quick as possible with $0, 0 connections, 0 resources, and starting from scratch. And once I have that money in the bank, I will add fuel to the fire and I will make it a lot more effective and a lot more fast. But stay tuned for part 2, because in part 2, I'm gonna show you how to do that. I'm gonna show you the paid tools that we use in our business and the ways that we would use money in this hypothetical situation that we are restarting to rapidly grow our business and get a bunch of deals. So stay tuned for part 2. If part 2 is out, click the box. Goodbye.
Goodbye.